Hi students, welcome to SFS-KMM online classes. This is your Vijay sir teaching social studies 8th class. My dear children, in the last session we have finished introduction part of Tundra region, that means the polar regions, and also seasons in the tundra. Afterwards, in the last session we covered the people, Eskimos, and group life. So today we are going to see the another concept, that is hunting and fishing. So what is the occupation of Eskimos? That is hunting and fishing. Here, my dear children, Eskimos are highly skilled at these activities. What are their high activities? So they are very famous and high skilled in hunting and fishing, because that is their life, that is their livelihood. Okay, without hunting and fishing they cannot live. Okay, so here caribou hunting is essential for nearly all Eskimos groups. So all the families of Eskimos are groups, so caribou hunting is essential for them. So every Eskimo of their family group, so it is very essential for them to hunt this kind of caribous. So have you seen this caribous? Already in the last class also I shown this. This is the caribou. Okay, so caribous are hunted in the inland during summer and early autumn seasons. When they hunt this kind of animals in inland during summer, so during summer season and early autumn seasons in inland, the Eskimos are planning to hunt this kind of caribous. In some places, caribous are driven by rows of people into lakes or narrow streams, okay, where they are speared, shot with bows and arrows, or even harpooned. So here, my dear children, sometimes how they are going to catch this caribous, so they will plan to catch this caribous, so they will stand in a row. Okay, that is, so they will catch this caribous by standing rows of people into lakes or narrow streams, and they direct them to move forward to the lakes or narrow streams. There they speared, shot with the bows, that means a pills of what you call stones. So they will throw on these stones, or they will use some harpoons. Weapons are there, in the last class also I showed. So with the help of these weapons they will kill these caribous. So like this way they will plan out, and in that they will catch this kind of caribous. Also sometimes Eskimos set up piles of stones in long lines. Understood, my dear? So sometimes they will arrange this type of piles of stones. You can also see in this picture. Okay, so they will arrange these piles of stones in a line, and a long line to the caribou. The stones look like people in the distance. So what they will do, opposite direction they will stand. Okay, and when the caribou looks this kind of stone pills, immediately it thought that yes, there is somebody is there to catch me. Like that it will come back return. That time this Eskimos, the caribou would turn away from the lines of stones and be caught by the Eskimos. Simply they will implement their plan. So opposite of these piles of stones they will stand, and immediately when the caribou comes near to their nets, okay, immediately they will catch this. They will throw the stones and they will use the harpoons in order to kill this caribou, and like this way they will catch this caribous. So in order to catch this caribous they have some plans. So with the group of this Eskimo people, they will stand somewhere and group of people will participate in this hunting process. That is what hunting is, and fishing, these two activities are more essential for them in order to live, and these are the highly skilled activities for this Eskimos. For some groups, fishing is an important as hunting. So some of the Eskimos, they have main activities fishing as important as hunting also it is there, but more than hunting, fishing is very important for some group of Eskimos. Fish are netted in deep muddy waters or through holes in the ice. So they are spread in shallow clear water in their ways. Low dams of stones placed across streams. So in order to catch these fishes, so before only they will arrange some netted, some nets in deep mud water. So from that they will keep some holes in the ice. They will keep some holes in the ice. So from that they are speared in shallow. So very less water will be there in the other side, clear water at their weights. Then that means here they will arrange some small dams in order to catch the fishes. So in that clear water, fishes will appear very clearly. So from that they will catch these fishes also. So some Eskimos are having hunting is main activity, or some Eskimos are having fishing is more and main important activity. But both are, sometimes they will use this fishing and hunting, but some groups are having major activity as a hunting, and some groups of Eskimos are having major activity as fishing. Fish are changed into the wade by people wading in the stream, and are caught by skilled hunters with three pronged spears. Here you can also find out this kind of weapons they will use in order to catch the fishes. My dear children, these pictures are not available in our textbook. I gathered somewhere, so like this way for your understanding, so I am showing you. So this kind of weapons they will use to catch the fishes. These are all highly skilled Eskimos to catch this kind of fishes. So here you can see this is the weapon to kill the caribous, also to cut the fishes. It's very important. It is called harpoons. Eskimos also use barbless bone hook on short lines to fish through holes in the ice in water, or from the edge of the ice in spring. Seals are harpooned from the edges of ice floes or from kayaks. You know kayaks are small canoe like boats made of animal skins stretched over a wooden frame. So here different vehicles like they will use, that is kayaks. It's one kind of a boat to travel, to travel one place to another place in the water. And also you can see here Inuit people from Alaska. So they are traveling by this kind of vehicle. Already we saw in the last classes also. So by using different methods, so they will move from one place to another place for the hunting and fishing process. From that they will survive their livelihood. So here you can also see the seals are harpooned from the edge of the ice floes or from kayaks. So by going by these kayaks or small boats, so they will catch this seals by the harpoons. By using these harpoons they will catch this kind of seals, and skins also they will stretch over a wooden frame. So they will remove the skin with the help of these harpoons, and also with this skin they will use for this lighting purpose. So in that it is having some it is having a flesh. Okay, so flesh with some fat will be there in that. So with that fat they will use for this to ignite the fire. Okay, so likewise different purpose they will use in order to use there in their life. So like this way, some Eskimos are having hunting is a major activity, and some Eskimos are having fishing is major activity, but entirely both activities will be there in some seasons. So here, my dear children, their food habits, if you see, meat, fat and fish make up a large part of the Eskimo diet. Okay, so what they are going to eat majorly meat, fat and fish. So these three are very very important, and these are the large part of their Eskimo diet. Vegetables are scarce. Like our people, they cannot eat because vegetables are not available there. As you already learned in the first class, Tundra region is very harsh, ice cold land. Okay, it is very difficult for them to live at least. Okay, so in that condition these vegetables cannot grow there. That is what vegetables are scarce. Food is not wasted by the Eskimos. So in our house, sometimes if you are not interested, if curry is not good, you leave some amount of rice in the plate. Okay, so but whereas Eskimos are not like that, they won't waste their food. But as the Eskimos depend on hunting and fishing, hunger and even starvation are common when fish and meat are not plentiful. So what they will do, when if hunting is not possible, sometimes due to heavy snow falling, okay, so unbearable climatic conditions, they cannot go for the hunting and fishing. So with that time what they have to do, they have to sometimes hunger, they have to feel some hunger and even starvation, that means fastings without food. Okay, so they will feel some like that. So what they have to do, they will store some food. Okay, they will store some food. That is also I told you in the last classes, dharma frost. Okay, so they will keep some food in under the ice. Okay, so that when the time comes, when the hunting and fishing is not possible, that time they will use this stored food. Okay, so here meat and fish caught in summer are stored in shallow pits. So these pits are dug down to permafrost and covered with piles of stones to keep out hungry animals. So you can see this picture. So here they are storing, okay, they are storing the fishes, the meat, okay, under the what you call shallow pits. So here after that they will cover this. Here also you can observe in this picture. So they are digging the ice, okay, some amount of height depth they will dig. After that they will store this kind of fishes and meat, and finally they will cover this piles of stones to keep one stone, okay, in order to avoid hungry animals, in order to avoid to eat hungry animals. Okay, because if it is an open state, what will happen, sometimes other animals will come and eat this meat and fishes. So in order to avoid this, the Eskimos have their own plan. They will cover this total piles of stones, and top side they will cover with this a big stone. Wood for burning, fires for roasting or baking is scarce in most of the Eskimos areas. So meat and fish are often eaten raw. So here, like our houses, when you bring chicken or mutton, what you are going to do, you will cook this in a nice way, and you will add some masala and all. Also you will use some oils and all. So you make this curry as a tasty one, right? But these oils, masalas and all these fire items are not available in Tundra region, because it is very difficult to live there. Okay, so what they are going to do, these Eskimos are unable to gather this kind of wood, because trees are not available, then how wood will come? Okay, so without wood they cannot burn. Okay, so that is what sometimes or most of the times they will eat this meat and fish as a raw. Okay, so they cannot cook because no fire, because they cannot eat with the cooked food because there is no fire, there is no wood. That is what oftenly they will eat meat and fish as a raw. Okay, raw material or raw meat or fish are frozen and cut into thin strips. So what they can do, they will cut the raw material. Okay, raw meat what they gathered, caribou's meat or fishes what they gathered, they will cut into small pieces like strips which are dipped in whale or seal oil. So, okay, they will dip this seal oil or sometimes whale. Okay, you know whales. Okay, with that oils they will dip this kind of meat fishes strips, and after that they will take directly as raw food. Some meat, especially meat from large sea mammals, is eaten in a partly decayed state. The tough meat becomes tender and easy to digest. So sometimes it is very difficult for them to digest the raw food. Okay, sometimes it is very difficult for us, of course, that is different case. But Eskimos, what they will do, they will use some meat, especially meat from large sea mammals, is eaten in a partly decayed state. What they can do, so they will keep somewhere. Okay, in order to decayed state. Okay, that means partly decayed means it is somewhat damaged. So that damaged food, it is easy for them to digest. That is what 2-3 days they will keep somewhere, and after that, after partly decayed state, then they will take and eat. You understood, my dear? So if you keep, like for example, if you take 1 kg of chicken, okay, without keeping anything, and keep somewhere in your house, after 2-3 days what will happen? Smell will come. Okay, that means rotten thing. Okay, somewhat damaged. So that damaged food, what will happen? It is very smoothy, it becomes very smoothy, and sometimes bacteria will be there. Okay, but here, in order to avoid digestion problems, these Eskimos they will take this rotten food, that means partly decayed state food, and in order to avoid these digestion problems. Okay, because the sea mammals, sometimes large sea mammals, the meat of these mammals are heavy, thin. That is what it is very difficult for them to chew this meat and also to digest this meat. That is what, avoiding these digestion problems, they will keep 2-3 days away from this food, and after 2-3 days the partly decayed material or food they will take and eat in order to easy digestion. If food is cooked, it is almost always boiled using heat from oil lamps. So sometimes what they will do, in some group of Eskimos, they will collect oil from this whale and seals. So they will burn this oil and seal. Okay, they will boil sometimes if the fire is available. So then it is easy for they will eat boiled food also. Okay, but most of the times it is very difficult for them to eat boiled or cooked food. So that is what they will take food as a raw food. Okay, so that is the food habits of these Eskimos. Understood, my dear? So their lifestyle is very different from other countries. Okay, they are very difficult in situation, and they are living in abnormal climatic conditions, and also their lifestyle is different from other countries. Okay, so carefully you catch these 2 concepts. First one is hunting and fishing and their food habits. Next one, shelters and all, clothing and crafts. Next class will continue. So what you have to do, my dear children, first read this textbook clearly and under the important bits. Okay, and note down all the points and make the bits questionnaires also by yourself, and very soon we are having corrections. Maybe Tuesday you have corrections. Okay, coming Tuesday we have corrections, so that time you bring all the project books and this classworks also you can show me and get the signature from my side. So I will see all the questionnaires how you prepared. I will see your bits also how you prepared. Okay, so likewise you read out all the things. Any doubts you have, please watch the video 1 or 2 times so that you will clarify by yourself your doubts. Okay, until then, take care. Bye bye.